How's it going, guys? Just a little update on the Socal race bike. So right now I got the USD 8 DNM forks mounted. Super nice forks, full adjustability as far as preload and rebound and compression. So I got the handlebars. It's regular, they're cheap handlebars from Amazon. They're like 30 bucks, but you know, you don't need anything too special for these, as long as they're not like carbon fiber and they're weak. So, you know, good aluminum forks. I've used them on tons of bikes. So, and then we got the Brembo RCS brake levers. So we're going to be running Brembo levers and our regular pit bike calipers. So one of the things that we had to do is we're going to have to convert our front wheel to a through axle because we used rigid forks prior, and we wanted to do full suspension. Basically, we're going all out on this bike to do everything that we can do to have the best track bike that we can build. So right here, this is our through axle hub. We need to unlace that hoop and relace it to the hub. Fortunately, the flanges of the hubs are exactly the same, so we won't have to change the spoke lengths. So that's pretty cool. We don't have to wait for spokes. But we do have a clearance issue with our rotor hitting the fork. So we are going to have to make a new disc hub mount to gain us some clearance on the fork. We only need a couple millimeters. It's not much. So probably offset it a little more, make it a little bit deeper to where the disc mount sits in further, and that way we can shave the flange a little bit shorter to set in the disc. Just something we have to figure out. Not a big deal. So along with the DNM forks, we're running a Ritchie stem clamp. No, these are not cheap, but I did get a great deal on it. So if you want to look up what Ritchie stem clamps are, you would know. I would never pay what they are asking for these stem clamps. So, but I got a good deal on it. We will have an onboard computer that will show our tach and temperature. Got to get that wired up. Back wheel is mounted. We got to get our brake mount, installed, get rear brakes all figured out. And we have the Mission Bicycles Transit V3 cranks, super nice cranks. I think at this point we're going to go with a little bit wider crank to set these out further for more clearance, because we don't know if it's going to clear the case, even though they are shorter. And then we're probably going to go with a little bit bigger sprocket. We got the seat mounted. I need to put a breather in the gas tank cap. Grips. We're going to be using the Ori grips. Super nice grips. They're not very expensive, but they're comfortable. It's what a lot of MX riders use. So I've used these for years and years over over all of my motocross and motorized bike builds. I've used these several times. So the paint itself turned out super nice. Very happy with it. I can't wait to get this thing finished, so we can get it on the ground, get it out in the sun, and take some sick video of it. But all in all, it's coming together. We've only got about 2 months to get this done, and then we got to tear it down and get it shipped out. So we still have some work to do. Mainly the front end, getting the brakes figured out. Everything else we'd already figured out on the mock-up frame. The DNM forks wasn't on the mock-up because we weren't sure if we were going to be able to run them, but we're definitely going to make it work. So trying to get every advantage that we can, or at least make it a much better track-friendly bike and not have rigid suspension, having a nice fat tires, big brakes, good brake levers. I don't know how much else you need. We already have the power. We're gonna have to make a pipe for it once we get everything fitted up. So that's pretty much what we got. So just little props here, stage 6, because at the engine, that's the cylinder that we run. Mission cranks, BWSP. It's for bicycle power sports. Bitch that grips, you know that clutch. So if you can't grab, then what are you doing? So probably gonna figure out a new throttle. Not sure we're gonna keep this throttle. It's a cheaper throttle, so I don't know what type of throttle Ethan wants to use, but he's the one racing it, so I'll put on whatever he wants. So I'm the builder. He's the one that tells me what he wants, and I make it happen. So, but all in all, that's where we're at right now. We still got some work to do, and I will be back once we start figuring out the front wheel and the brakes. Everything else is just mounting the engine, getting the pipe made, cables, brake lines, and then some test runs. So that's pretty much it. Richie? All right, we'll be back.